Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Thursday morning, December 18th, and it's 2:35 in the a.m. And I praise the Lord that it is Thursday. I have zero energy. My tolerance level, I'm in the reserve tanks now. So, yeah. Now, there's a word I learned from cartoons. Yes, I hate to admit it. Looney Tunes, to be specific. The word is ironical. I know the exact word is ironic, but two things happened yesterday that I find humorous and ironical. Somehow when you put a coal on the end of a word, it just makes it funny. Because, a friend of mine referred to me as being diabetical. And when you think of diabolical and diabetic, sometimes they're one and the same for me. Anywho, that's my little twisted sense of humor and weird and strange and wonderful. It's like, by the way, don't ever let anybody steal your sense of humor or your joy in life. Okay, that's an important PSA. But here's what happened. What had happened was, I shared a while back, excuse me, I fractured my ankle. Bad at this age. Luckily, I drank milk. You have to say it like that if you've ever seen the videos. Anywho, I drank milk. So it wasn't that bad, but I did have a fall. Slipped on some wet stairs. Yeah. With my leg underneath me and the brunt of my weight sliding down on this foot on like 3 or 4 stairs. Okay. So, fast forward. I have this ankle brace that I love because the support straps are attached to the brace. It took me 3 or 4 purchases to get it right. But this brace, I love. Sometimes I sleep in it when, the pain hits. And trust and believe there is some pain when you fracture something and ligaments and tendons are involved. There's some pain. What they don't tell you is there's some itching too because of the nerve damage or the nerve irritation. So I got all that going on. Anywho, I sleep with this brace at the foot of my bed when I take it off. And then, I know to reach at the foot of my bed if my ankle starts hurting in the middle of the night. It disappeared. So I'm basically tearing my room up. And my room is cluttered with t-shirts because, as I mentioned in previous videos, I have a side hustle of making t-shirts. So, took my whole bed apart. Looked underneath this in the storage bins. Bought several different braces, none of which is the brace. Get to work yesterday. Open one of my file cabinets that's near my desk where I keep things I need right away where I can just reach for them and grab them. Guess what I found? I guess I took my brace off at work and put it in the drawer, thinking I would just grab it at the end of the day. But I can't tell you how much money I spent on trying to find the exact replica, and I got it from Amazon. So I went to my previous orders, which people have a tendency to do when they want something. What the order does not tell you is the manufacturer changed the product just enough to be irritating. And that's why I bought so many replacement braces. And I kept buying them, thinking, okay, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. The whole experience was like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer and telling yourself, it feels so good when I stop. But praise the Lord, I found the brace that I love. And in looking at the newer braces, I see how the manufacturer changed it up a bit. So this evening, my project is to take these newer braces, which are more colorful and does not mess up my sock game, and make them look like the brace that I love. Because it's a subtle change, and I'm capable of doing this. Okay, the second thing. Now, this is the thing that got me. This is the thing that struck me as oddly humorous, but humorous nonetheless. So, one particular individual that's in my life who kind of straddles the fence of friend and foe at times. And many of us have these type of people, I need to say that. But this particular individual fixed their lips to tell me, don't think your name is not mentioned when mine is mentioned. I had to say, if it is, it's only because of my association with you. This particular individual is always yelling, read the room, like somebody has offended her with their presence or their lack of her wisdom, or it's not done to, certain things aren't done to her standard of measure. So, therefore, it is incorrect. Okay, these are all traits that I've kind of picked up on. And I'm sure they picked up on my traits as well. Because there's some things I just don't, what is the phrase? Cotton to. Now I have to look that up because I believe that's a racist term. Now I got to look it up. But there's some things I just don't subscribe to. So when they said it, I'm like, And then when I told them, it's because of my association with you, then I proceeded to tell this individual that, when you're yelling, read the room, you are nowhere near a book. And what you're reading is basically, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Harlequin romances, the romance novels that had the guy with the open blousey kind of looking shirt and a horse, or just this mystical kind of magical kind of love picture that makes you like the old school boudoir photos. So yeah, that's just like in that, I tell her this is the only kind of book you're reading or the room you're reading, because you're delusional about how you impact people. And you continue to do it. So it's like, if my name is mentioned, I went on to clarify. The difference, the distinction between you and I are I know when I'm getting on somebody's nerves, and I can apologize. I'm not deeming this person too sensitive and dismissing whatever it is they're experiencing as a result of me. And I know to give time and space. You continue to do what you did that initially irritated the person. So yeah, that just tickled me to no end. It's like, okay, whenever, this individual does something, people usually come to me to say what's wrong, because I have a connection to them that they can't seem to manage. So they want to ask me what this person is. And it's like, go ask them. And if they tell you, cool. And if they don't, that's cool with me too. And it's like, there's a reason that you don't know. But I'm wondering, show of hands, send a comment, how many of you have those kind of people in your life?